Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a Rosé inspired makeup look. So I wanted to do something a little bit fun and different, a little bit colorful but still wearable. I want to make those eyes pop because that's probably all that we're really seeing these days with all of our masks that we're wearing. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to do the eyes, lips, and the face. Speaking of which, today's video is going to be sponsored by e.l.f., which if you did not know stands for eyes, lips, face. So I'm super excited to be working with e.l.f. I've been using their products for years and years and years. I love the price point. I love the quality. I feel like they just have really great affordable products. And I personally love anytime I can look extra without having to pay extra. They are also a vegan and cruelty-free brand, so what is not to love here, right? So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna pour myself up a glass of rosé because we need to taste the inspiration and really get fully inspired here. So I'm gonna pour myself a glass of this and we're gonna get started. So this is my muse for the day. I'm suddenly feeling very inspired. So Rosé is obviously this really pretty light blush apricot peachy color. So these are the kind of tones I'm gonna use on my eyes, lips, and face today. And yeah, we'll see what we come up with. So I'm gonna start off with my face today, and I'm gonna be going in with the Luminous Putty Primer. And I love like the subtle golden glow that it gives my skin. Like even if you don't wear makeup over top of it, it just looks so good. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, rub it in between my fingers, and apply it all over. It also just helps like really smooth your complexion and make your makeup last all day. Next for my foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Flawless Finish foundation, and this is in the shade Cashew. So I'm just going to pump a few pumps of this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to apply it to my face. So this is a little bit light compared to my body right now, but we are going to apply some bronzer and all that, so it will match, don't worry. But this gives a really nice natural finish. It doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't feel heavy on my skin, which I feel like is crucial during the summer especially. I'm just applying one layer. You can build it up if you like, but for any areas that I want extra coverage, I just go in with concealer. So I kind of like that my natural skin is peeking through. Then for concealer, I'm going in with the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. This is a really great concealer. It covers well, it's not too drying, and I really like it. I feel like it's very comparable to a lot of high-end concealers. So I don't like to go too light with my concealer because I don't like a super bright look, but you can go brighter if you like it, you know, bright obviously. Then I'm gonna go in with my sponge and start blending. If you've not tried e.l.f.'s sponges, you are missing out because they are so good, so affordable. Why pay more when you don't have to, right? Wine break. Then to set my concealer, I'm going to go in with the Halo Glow Setting Powder. They have a bunch of colors of this, but I'm actually going to be using the light pink shade. So the light pink kind of acts as a little bit of a color corrector. So if you have any darkness under there, or if you want to just brighten up a little bit, then you can use the light pink shade. At first I was a little bit scared too because I have, you know, more of like a medium tan complexion, but it did not make me look ghostly or anything. So I'm mainly just going to be using this anywhere I put my concealer. Then for my cheeks, I'm going to go in with one of these monochromatic multi-sticks. So we have the shade Bronzed Cherry and Glimmering Guava. I think I'm going to go in with Glimmering Guava. So I'm actually just going to take this and apply it directly to my face. And then I'm just going to start kind of like tapping it in with my finger initially, and then I might go in with a brush or a sponge afterward, but it's such a pretty color. Then I'm just going to take the other side of my sponge and I'm just going to kind of press it in with that as well, which will help it blend and just look really natural. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and put it on my nose because I'm really obsessed with that sun-kissed vibe these days, and then I'm just going to go over it with my sponge. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer, which is one of my favorite parts of makeup and of life. And for that, I'm using the contour palette in the dark shade. So I'm going to take just like a mixture of these three shades here. They are matte, and then this one over here is shimmery. So I'm going to take a mixture of the matte shades and kind of just bronze up wherever I need bronzing. And I really like the colors in this palette. I feel like they're really flattering on my skin tone right now during the summer. And they blend really nicely too. Then I'm going to go in and do a little bit of a nose contour with this shade here. And yeah, contour my nose. Then I'm just going to take this shimmery shade and highlight it a little bit. So that's going to be it for the face for now. I might come back and touch up the face a little bit before we finish, but for now we're going to move on to the eyes. So for that, we're going to be using the Retro Paradise palette from e.l.f. This has so many fun colors. So here are all of the colors. I feel like they have a nice selection, a nice amount of blending shades, shimmers versus mattes, all of that, and the pigmentation is really nice too. So first I'm going to go in with the shade Canvas, which is going to make a nice canvas for this look. I'm going to put it all over the lid, but I'm really going to concentrate it underneath the brow bone because it's going to act as a nice highlight and really just make it look nice and lifted. And then whatever is left on the brush, you can kind of just drag it all over the lid. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Fuego, which is basically the color of Rosé and the whole reason that I chose this palette. So this I'm going to put into my crease and also all over the lid. I'm going to use a fluffier brush like the one I'm using right now. The color is obviously a little bit more diffused, which is what I'm looking for. I don't want it too bright. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of that color on my finger just to get a little bit more intensity on the lid. I'm also taking that same color on the lower lash. I'm also kind of just like dragging that up to connect it and kind of get like an angled edge. Did you hear that little come out of my mouth? I feel like I should add more colors, but I'm kind of just vibing with that one Rosé Fuego shade. I don't know. I feel like I should do more, but should I also do less? I'm not sure. Just to spice it up a little bit, I think I'm actually going to take the color Spiced, which is this one right here. It's kind of like this, I don't know, strawberry type shade, and I'm going to use that as a liner. So I'm going to do like a shadowy wing. So I'm first going to spray my brush with the e.l.f. setting spray. This is their Stay All Night setting mist. Then I'm going to dip it into the shadow just so it's really nice and pigmented. And it's going to make it act more like a liner when it's wet. I'm going to do my shadowy wing. Wetting your brush just causes the eyeshadow and the moisture to form a paste. And if you get that reference, then I am a big fan of you. This is looking very fun and I'm very proud of myself. I was gonna put this on my lid, but I'm kind of just loving the solid color. So I think I'm gonna put this on my inner corner. So this is their liquid eyeshadow in the shade Flirty Birdie. And I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this, put it on the back of my hand. Then I'm just gonna take a brush and I'm going to use that to pop it on the inner corner. And I'm using a brush because I feel like it gives you a little bit more precise of an application rather than going straight in with the applicator in such a small area. Wine break. So next I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl mascara. It has a nice wand like this, which is great for curling. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a generous amount of this. I'm not gonna do a false lash because I don't want it to take away from that fun, colorful liner we just did. So I'm just gonna do a lot of mascara. All right, so while my mascara is drying, I'm gonna go off camera and touch up my brows really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll finish off the look. Okay, so we're almost done. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more blush just to set everything in place and add a little bit more because I am obsessed with blush, and I feel like with this bright eye, we need to bring the cheeks up to that level. This blush is actually called Always Rosy, which is almost the same thing as Rosé. So I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of this right to my cheeks. And again, the nose, a little bit to my chin, everywhere really. So I just started lining my lips with this and my camera wasn't recording, but this is Nude 2 Retro Paradise Lip Liner. It's kind of just like a brownie nude. Then I'm gonna go back in with the monochromatic multi-stick I used earlier, the Glimmering Guava. I'm just kind of like dabbing this so it's not too much color. So I thought that was gonna be it, but I think I wanna add a few faux freckles. And so for that, I'm gonna use this coffee eyeliner. It's just a regular pencil eyeliner. And I'm just going to use this to draw on my freckles. So I have some natural freckles, but once I put makeup on, you can't really see. So I'm just going to kind of put them where I naturally have them, which is mainly just on my nose. I don't really get them on my cheeks, just my nose. Then I'm just gonna dab over them with my finger. So I feel like they look pretty nice and natural. And then for the very last step, I'm going to take my setting spray. This is the Stay All Night Microfine Mist Setting Spray. So here we have the finished look, and I did not finish my glass, which is honestly very disappointing, but I will finish it. This is not going to waste, don't you worry. But I feel like I did pretty good. I feel like I resemble my beverage, and that is what I always aspire to do in life. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there are any other looks that you would like to see inspired by a drink. Let me know, we can make it a series. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to e.l.f. again for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys next time.
Yeah, I don't actually look anything like that when I'm drinking wine. That's what I wish I looked like. What I think that I look like when I'm drinking wine. It's more like angry face, double chin, maybe slightly sweaty, I don't know. Just overall not what you just saw.